NERDSoul.
Woo! Late ill kid at OneYoungsta, hold it down, bring that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, oh yeah, we're coming with another wonderful episode of Specials. We are here to settle a very important conversation, but I'm joined to my left by the awesome, the enigmatic, the wonderful, the beautifully talented Lady Lisa.
Hey y'all, what's up?
And we are here, like the title says, to settle the 90's male R&B group Sweet 16. I'm sure you might have some people in mind, but we are here as the Black Delegation to settle this for all of y'all.
Right.
Do you want to start on the left side of the bracket or the right side of the bracket? Which one you want to start on?
Your choice, doesn't matter.
All right, let's start on the left. You want to go top to bottom, bottom top?
Again, your choice.
All right, we'll start from the bottom. First up, Blackstreet versus Guy. Now Blackstreet is Teddy Riley. Guy, Teddy Riley. Both groups got some hits. And you know Guy probably got one of my favorite songs. So
What was that?
oh man, we'll circle back to that.
This is the moment, sir.
We'll circle back to that. Let's talk about Blackstreet for a second.
Okay.
They got hits too. You know what I'm saying? They no diggity.
No doubt.
That's right. No diggity. Got to back it up. Everybody know that song. I sing that song at karaoke.
Yes, you have.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because that's like one of your go-tos.
It is a hit, and I do it very well.
Yes.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yes.
I was about because I was waiting for you to tell me that I wasn't doing it good. Because I look, hey, I do my thing, but between no diggity, don't leave me, don't leave. You know what I'm saying? You really don't have too many more hits. Now you do have some singers on there. Remember Chauncey? He could sing.
Yeah.
And Dave Hollister. Dave Hollister got
Yeah.
one of the best R&B albums in history with Chicago 85. So they had some talent. But don't forget, Guy had hits like Teddy's Jam. Jam for me.
Wow.
And then
Oh, damn.
Teddy's Jam for me. Yeah. So let's run down Guy real quick. Cause you gotta remember, they had some hits. You know what I'm saying? Guy had some jams. Teddy's Jam. I like. Remember it's My Fantasy.
Yeah.
But let's not forget, Let's Chill.
That was huge.
Come on now.
That was huge.
Come on.
That was huge.
Come on. Let's Chill.
Yeah.
But my one, my only, my favorite, Groove Me,
Oh wow.
baby. Tonight. Come on now.
Yeah.
Groove Me.
Yeah.
Remember they had the suits with no shirt on under it? Come on, man.
Sweaty.
And he was playing the little guitar. Man.
Sweaty armpits in all your suits.
First thing, they didn't sweat because they were so cool. All right?
No,
you don't sweat when you die.
That's not how body moisture works, sir.
Look. Also, want to get with you.
I wanna
Get with you. So, let me ask you, Do you think Blackstreet can hang with Guy?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
So who would you take over this, Guy or Blackstreet? 'Cause I would take Guy.
I would take
I
Guy.
think Guy has a longevity.
I would take Guy. I mean, but my thing is, quite honestly, for a lot of these groups, it's like it's. Oh man, it's like, oh, who would you take, this or this? Because we see this all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, but I like them both.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
do like
I
them both. But
You
see,
know?
Blackstreet really kind of only had one album. They didn't really have longevity. Guy, they was killing it.
But the thing is, what's crazy about that is that it's easy to forget that because of the hits that Blackstreet had.
Yeah, like I said, Don't Leave was huge.
Yeah.
No Diggity was huge. People still doing No Diggity.
Nope.
No Diggity, no doubt. Shouts to is that an Otis Redding sample? I think it is. But anyway, so who we going? You going Blackstreet? We going Blackstreet? We going Guy? Guy. All right. So Guy takes Blackstreet. Guy advances on. Now we got two that this is a toss up for me. H-Town or Silk.
You got the cue ball headedness in one group. And you got the Timbs that don't fit nobody in the other group.
Oh man.
I'm just saying.
Okay. H-Town had a song called Knockin' the Boots, right?
Yes.
No, hold up. Body rockin', knockin' the boots. So I gotta give them their props. It was a hit.
I recall having that album, and I recall playing that album over and over again.
Okay.
Now, I can't recall everything that was on the album at this point, but I do remember I really, really loved the album. The CD, if you will.
I just remember they started the song like.
That's not how they sounded. Please stop. Because you sound like you was having trouble.
I sounded like what was it?
Sound like
last night you said was struggling.
You sound like a wounded deer.
Who you said was struggling last night? What was it? With the dude, don't wake me, I'm dreaming.
Christopher Williams. Bless his throat.
You hurt my feelings when you did
Bless
that, man.
his throat. It looked like that took life out of him when he tried that first note.
Baby, he was just trying. Like, yo, come on, man. He was trying to sing.
It's like, oh.
He did not stop it. All right, he ain't do all that.
I thought he was. He thought he was gonna collapse after that. Like, all right, I'm gonna take a break. He ain't started the song, bro. It looked like it took life out of him. It just really did.
He was getting ready to smooth into the song.
He was getting ready to pack up alone.
All right, here, peep this. H-Town. They had Knockin' the Boots. They also had that very, very corny part of the music video where the dude hit some boots with a bat. Remember that?
No, I do not.
Oh, man. Okay, there's this moment. I'm going to pull it up right now. But there's a moment in the music video where, like, he literally hit some boots with a bat. Yeah. And I'll never forget it. It was the funniest ever. It's literally one of the funniest ever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might be able to, like, hear a little bit of it. But here it goes. Let me see. Let's go on and get past all the little whack Grammarly ads. But see, look. All right, you gonna watch. You see, they out there doing their music video, trying to chill. Like two boots coming together. Tasteful lust.
And tasteful lust.
Tasteful lust. There ain't nothing wrong with tasteful lust, man. Tasteful lust. Now look, he like, we will be knocking them boots. Yo, Shorty was wearing an umpire joint. Yo. Homie was yo, they had Shorties rocking umpire gear for real, son. All right, where is it? It's because I know it's up in here somewhere where they actually hit it. All right, it's not the music. It's not the beginning, but we gonna. I'm gonna keep watching it. We gonna make sure we see it. So anyway, they had Knocking the Boots, but maybe even bigger than Knocking the Boots, they had Lick You Up and Down. Remember that?
Yeah.
So they got memorable hits. Silk, I don't think has the memorable hits or maybe like the cultural penetration that they had.
Wait a minute now. Can't be penetrating the culture.
Penetrate that culture.
I understand it, but Silk, the quality, like when I say sang, Silk,
they might have been better singers.
Sang, hear me.
Yeah.
When they sing a song, like you heard every note. You know what I mean? They took their time with it. They were very talented.
Aye.
You know, they were very. I do remember that about them. It's just like I can't remember his name. The lead singer. He was no joke. The cue ball dude that always wore like a tight white long sleeve shirt.
She said a tight white long sleeve shirt.
He did. It looked like his head was popping out of it.
Oh, that's cold. All right, so real quick, you know, to not sleep. See, what was their first album? What was their hit? Probably.
And if it's alright.
Oh yeah.
What was it?
Tag, was that their first or technically their second album?
But
I'm trying to remember when. I think that was their second album technically.
Let Me Make You Lose Control. Let Me Make You Lose Control. Was that what it was? Lose Control?
Maybe.
I remember that song, Lose Control.
Alright.
And
then they had Don't Rush.
Meeting in My Bedroom. That was probably the most popular.
Yeah, okay. There's a Meeting in My Bed. Okay, so you know what? I'll give them that. Meeting in My Bedroom was huge. So that was huge.
Now we talking about, I gotta go with Silk.
Think you going with Silk?
I'm going with Silk.
All right. We'll roll with Silk on this one. I am going to wait to here you go. I think this is when they hit it with it. Boom! They hit that, baby. They hit some boots with a bat.
And the boots had water in it.
That's how you knock boots. You
can't
knock boots without a bat.
And the boot had water in it.
The boot was wet, full of water. It was swooshing around.
Like that girl going down the catwalk.
So Silk takes H-Town out. They win. So now we got Mint Condition versus High Five. Now for me, this is a no-brainer.
So you didn't switch like I said you should.
No switching. We going with the original lineup.
This is not an original. You can't compare these two groups. It's not a comparison.
Alright. And why?
It's two different leagues.
Okay.
It's two different leagues. It's like trying to compare JV to varsity.
And see, when I saw this floating around and I saw a High Five in Mint Condition, I was like, oh, okay, they set this up like a real bracket. You know what I'm saying? Like the 2 seed will go against the 7 seed. You know what I'm saying? You'll see. And without even listing off or talking about how good their live show is or talking about the instrumentation or anything, Mint Condition wins this, hands down.
Well, yeah, but again, it's not
not fair.
We talked about it for 2 minutes, and you're like, "Hey," so that's why I say it's not a fair comparison. It's comparing JV to varsity, not to knock High Five.
Yeah, they
did their thing, but it was
What was their hit?
It was a very I don't want to say juvenile because that sounds bad, but
you're right. They did have that kind of kid song. I Like the Way.
Now don't get me wrong, that was a hit. That was a hit though.
Yeah, it was a hit.
But you can't compare them to a grown
group
of men
a grown man.
I mean,
with real
even though they
instruments.
sound horrible in person, but
I've heard that from way too many people.
They
that mint condition sound bad live.
Jesus, like who are these people? Who's a mint condition? Mint who? Sound like they in bad condition. Yeah,
It's a cold world.
listen to the CD. Don't listen to nothing live from them.
Ooh, it's a cold world, boy.
I'm just saying, it's not good.
You couldn't tell that girl nothing in that video, boy. All right. Well, honestly, she was told to not be told nothing. So, all right.
Shut up, Michael.
So what? Moving on. This one is the tough one. Boys to Men versus New Edition.
Not to mention, Boys to Men was discovered by New Edition.
Yeah. So this is very much like the little brother versus the older brother. You know what I'm saying? Because
I gotta go with I gotta go with the originals. I gotta go with New Edition.
So, because all right, New Edition, you got all the way back from like Telephone Man, Candy Girl.
Yes.
Then on to
Is This the End? Wasn't that them?
Is This the End? Yeah. To Is This the End? Then on to was it like Any Heartbreak? That whole album.
And I'm gonna tell you, I love Boys to Men, but just for New Edition gets it for their longevity, even though Boys to Men had longevity too, but not like New Edition.
Yeah.
And also New Edition's diversity in style. Boys to Men kind of, I don't know, but
they were very clean. They were very neat.
Yeah. But New Edition, I love how they even kind of recreated themselves as they got older.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, and
Boys to Men have always sort of been the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Motown Philly was a little. They had some.
I mean, that was their intro. So you.
Yeah,
I mean,
but after that, they've always been sort of the same.
Yeah. Still love them.
Yeah. Still gotta love them. You know, End of the Road, and you know, saying Mama.
Absolutely.
And all.
Yeah.
They got some hits, but I think New Edition just got them. So. You know, we finished the left side of the bracket. New Edition moves on. Mint Condition moves on. Silk moves on. And, of course, Guy moves on. So, on the right side, I'm gonna start at the top this time. Got Jodeci versus Toni. Now, for me, this is not a contest.
I want to see who you say.
This is not a contest.
I would agree.
The reason
loving them both.
Loving them both. This is one of those
You
unfair.
better say who you supposed to say.
This is another first round knockout.
Don't disappoint me.
Going to Jodeci.
Thank you.
Jodeci wins this.
I was like, please don't.
Jodeci wins this not only off of the songs, but how big they were and how important to the culture of that transition with that kind of hip hop, soul, hip hop R&B movement. You know, the black leather and the kind of like the bad boys, but they're singing and, you know, they kind of, Jodeci kind of started that train, you know what I'm saying? Of like, you know, like I'm a bad boy, but I sing, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, even to the point where Jodeci was, it's weird. They were so well known for being like bad boys, but it was just like, whether you were a man or woman, you were like, yo, these guys are cool.
Yeah.
Even though I still don't know what Dalvin did. But I mean, he did something. I don't know what the boy did.
Yeah, I mean, Jodeci is just, I remember, this was in high school.
Right.
And I literally, taking it back, y'all showing my age, but I played that tape. Yes, a cassette.
Ain't nothing wrong with a cassette tape.
I played that tape on my Walkman until it unraveled.
Wow.
That's how much I played it. I would just be running laps and doing whatever. And I played it over and over and over again until the thing started unraveling and coming out. And then y'all know, anybody knows, if you remember Walkman, what I had to do. I had to take that pin top It had to wind that thing right back.
Had to screw.
You had to wind it back in. But yeah.
These guys undoubtedly have 3 classic albums. They only came out with 4, but they had 3 classic albums. And the 4th one is so late, the past, the present, the future, in 2015, that don't even count. But Forever My Lady in 91.
Yep.
The show Diary of a Madman in 93. And the show The After Party, The Hotel in 95. You could not, they were on fire at that time. They were unstoppable. All right, Forever My Lady. The album starts off with Stay.
Man.
Bruh, come on.
You know what?
Tony got some. They got some grooving songs.
For this, I should have bust out my cassette tape. Yes, I still have cassette tapes, y'all, that are just too classic to throw away. But I have a thing of cassette tapes in the back of in one of the boxes in the back of the car. And I know I still have Jodeci. And I actually may have Toni. Can't think offhand who else I have. But I know I have Jodeci.
Alright. So, alright. Imagine this. You come out with an album. First 4 songs. Stay. Come and Talk to Me. Forever My Lady. I'm Still Waiting. Come on, man.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. Like, come on.
Yeah.
They still had Plaything on there. They had Cherish on there. All right.
I don't remember Plaything.
Then Diary of a Madman. Starts out. My Heart Belongs to You. Cry for You. Fiendin'.
Cry for You and Fiendin'. Look now.
Man.
Cry for You and Fiendin'. Look.
Yo.
If as a woman, if you can still be standing, okay, after those 2,
you don't understand how
I'm just saying
how much they were killing it, just musically. They were killing it, man. All right, so then the show, The After Party, it's, man. I guess the most popular one is Get On Up, but they have Freaking You on there. They have Love You for Life on there. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's not even fair.
Pretty much.
This was not even fair. It's going to Jodeci. Now, this is an interesting one. Next setup is 112 and After 7. 2 R&B male groups that I think are...
Again, not comparable. You're comparing
they're not comparable.
Yes.
But both are forgettable in different ways.
Yes, but again...
Oh, and shouts out to LSG. You know
yes,
what I mean?
I had that. I had that CD.
Yeah,
I had that CD.
LSG.
That was a good group they put together.
Yeah.
That was an awesome...
That was some singing
folks. That was smart. And it was an awesome group they put together. But 112 and After 7, again, that's comparing JV to varsity.
Yeah.
Because
112, of course, we know all the hits they had. Even though your boy, what was the boy? Slim, he was kind of yodeling all the time.
He was
Homie was yodeling.
No, I don't know what that was. He sounded like Peter Brady when he was, remember the episodes of the Brady Bunch where he was going through the voice change?
That's cold. But
he was a soulful Peter Brady.
It's cold. Oh man, it's cold. All right, so After 7, but see, all right, After 7, to their credit, After 7 was Babyface's group. Mm-hmm. So to their credit, it's not that they did not have,
It's his brother Nim.
His brother Nim. It's not they didn't have talent.
Yeah, they were very talented.
Make good music. You know what I'm saying?
That's the song Last Night.
Heat of the Moment, Can't Stop.
Yeah.
Ready or Not.
Yeah.
Now, Ready or Not.
That was a hit.
I'll put Ready or Not up against a whole lot of R&B songs, but 112 just, they had the bad boy machine behind them. It was just, it's tough. if we were going on smoothness alone, I would give it to After 7. You know what I'm saying? With, Baby I'm For Real, stuff like that. But if we're just talking about groups in general, with everything put in, After 7 definitely has the smoothness. But, 112 was able to kind of make you dance and be smooth at times. Like they had, and even though this was played till I got tired, but Cupid was a good joint. It was, it got yodely, but it was a decent joint.
But Lord help. No. It's like my sentiment exactly. No.
So, all right. So, who we going with? Are we going to roll with 112? We're going to roll with After 7. Because it's weird. Honestly, I want to give it to After 7, but it's like, I feel like you can't deny kind of like just how big 112 was. But then you wonder, would 112 be as big if they were on any other label besides Bad Boy?
I mean, it doesn't matter. They just were.
They were. So
honestly, I have to give it to 112. Yeah. Despite the yodeliness, I have to give it to 112. They had bigger hits. They had more memorable stuff. Even though After 7 is a classic group. They are grown folks. Yeah. Classic group.
Yeah, take your lady out to a nice dinner.
And again, I don't think this. To begin with, I didn't think this was a fair comparison. So.
Yeah. So next we have, which is another slam dunk, at least in my opinion, Dru Hill versus Belle Biv DeVoe. She's an E.
I gotta go with Belle Biv DeVoe.
Word?
Yeah.
Wow, I was thinking you were gonna definitely give it to Dru.
I mean, I like them both, but I don't know.
Okay, give me your reasoning on this one.
I don't know. Belle Biv DeVoe.
You know what? Belle
Biv DeVoe was just bigger. Like they were just over the top. They were like.
Yeah, I was gonna go with you. No, Dru Hill doesn't have a song where you can turn it on and everybody goes, "It's driving me."
Exactly.
They don't have that.
They don't have that.
They got good songs, but they don't have.
They got the thong song, but you're singing a song about a thong. So I can't. I'm sorry. It's only people only know it because of the shock value.
Yeah, and I remember he was dancing on top of people's heads too.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
I remember being like, "This is the dumbest." Oh man,
the crip walk.
Oh, big shout out to that's right. I Need a Girl. Start a family.
Right. I need a girl. And
see, the remix is even better. You know what I'm saying?
This is a remix.
Start a family. Hey. Yo, I love that song. Oh, I can't stand Puffy, but I love this song.
Man, look, I tell you one thing, you gonna know who did this song, cause he right there.
Hey.
You gonna know who did this song.
Woman next to me.
All the women in the video passed the paper bag test.
Yeah, all the women in the video is beige as they come, boy.
I mean, which nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying.
There's nothing wrong with being beige.
I mean, if you beige, you beige, but. Can we have some variety, sir?
Sure. And look, the brother's dark skinned. They got a dark skinned brother, and then they got Puff, who's I'd say a deep brown. He's not dark skinned yet, but he's like a deep brown. He's almost dark skinned. You know what I'm saying? He on the way, but ain't no sisters up in there. They
monotone as it can get.
As mocha with cream.
Oh
as
no!
possible.
You know what? I saw a dark sister like with the very tip top of the steps, and they showed for a half a second. I'm just saying.
So, yeah, I think I'll go with you. Belle Biv DeVoe takes Dru Hill because Belle Biv DeVoe has just people know them and people know Dru Hill, But people like really like BBD was huge.
Yeah.
I thought it was me. Thought it was me. Yo, man, I thought it was me. All right, so moving on. This is one that I think is kind of even. Jagged Edge and Next.
I'm honestly trying to remember what Next song.
Step back, it's dancing kind of close.
Okay.
That's right. Feel a little pump.
Okay.
So I'm guessing you're giving this to Jagged Edge.
I'm trying to remember.
Let's Get Married.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them have one song. Both of them have one song.
And Beyonce was in that, wasn't it? In that video?
I think Beyonce was in that song.
In that
video.
That young 17-year-old Beyonce?
Yeah, that super young. This is before she dissed everybody and went solo. This is
didn't really diss anybody. I mean, she was...
Oh, you know she did some of them Destiny Child girls.
I mean, you know, her daddy was in charge. She can do what she want to do. You know.
What you gonna do? I'm gonna tell my daddy. Let me stop for the Beehive. Come on.
Man, look here.
They come and get me, boy.
They're coming to get you.
They do not be
They're
playing.
going to get both of us, but the thing is, I don't care.
You talking about our queen? Your queen dirty, son.
But, yeah, Jagged Edge, I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm not excited about either one of them.
So Jodeci comes through. 112 comes through. BBD comes through. And Jagged Edge comes through. So, back to the left side. Now we have New Edition versus Mint Condition.
Oh, because we skipped? Oh, we got to go back down. Won. Gotcha. That's...
New Edition or Mint Condition? It's a no-brainer for me. For me, this is a no-brainer. Yo, there's one group, both of them got good studio albums, but one group is good live and one group isn't.
Okay, yes, I understand that.
Yo, Mint Condition ain't got the hits to mess with New Edition, yo. They don't.
It's true, but the quality, though. Mint Condition.
I know they smooth. Oh, there go that Peaches and Cream. I love it because you know that I'm a fiend. Getting freaky in my Bentley limousine.
Just saying.
Boy, I tell you. Mike was Mike was focusing on that dance, boy. Hold up, let me rewind that back. Mike was trying hard to dance. He was like, hold on, let me hit it just like this real quick.
And I gotta give him props because they had a dark skinned sister in there.
Oh yeah. Look, Mike was like, all right, Q was cool. Q got it. Q was like, all right, word.
Who was doing this choreography? Man, please tell me.
Come on, it's Puff.
Who was doing this? Paula Abdul?
Oh, that's cold.
I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, she is a brown sister. All right, oh, what you bad stuff? All right, word. So we got a dark skinned sister up in here. All right, so props to them. Props to them for that one. You know what I'm saying? And I remember this time where like shirts were like super big. And like jeans were like crazy big.
They had big shirts. She had on Harley a shirt.
Yeah, she had like a shirt between her shirt. Yeah, a mini shirt.
Between her shirt and her shorts, she had about 3 feet of material.
Yo, and it's funny. She got like the peach in her mouth, kind of like that Kissable commercial on.
Shut up, Michael.
Yo, I love the Kissable commercial on Boomerang. Yeah. Kissable. Yo, when homie was like, man, do whatever you want. And Halle Berry was like, what? He's like, shoot whatever you want.
Complete autonomy.
Nasty Nate, boy. You don't never give him a camera. No, never let him do what he want to do. He let Grace Jones have a baby of perfume. This is why you don't let Nasty Nate go out. But anyway, sorry.
Okay, speaking of nasty, this video was nasty. I didn't realize how nasty this video is.
Cream.
Shut up, Michael.
You love it because you know that he's a fiend.
Shut up, Michael.
Baby, he's getting freaky in his Bentley limousine. They said it in the whole thing.
They won't inside no limousine. It was on top of somebody's car.
Well, they was going to get in there later.
I don't think so. Unless they going to sleep.
Have our post-sex nap. So, all right. Anyway, New Edition, mint condition. I'm going New Edition. Easy. What you got?
Yeah, New Edition.
Thank you. Put this to bed. All right. Silk versus Guy. For me, Guy knocks out Silk.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we can move on. You know what I'm saying? Take them out. We ain't got to worry about them. So, on the right side, now we have Jodeci. Okay.
Jodeci can knock out this whole right side.
Actually, you know what? We know it's about to happen.
Jodeci can knock out this whole right side. Just
you know what? Look,
come on,
right.
just come on with it.
So Jodeci takes out 112. Belle Biv DeVoe takes out Jagged Edge for me. Do you think?
Yeah.
So okay, now we back to the left. We got New Edition versus Guy.
Eesh.
This gets tough. I think New Edition has him on the longevity. But Guy was, man, they
New
had
Edition.
some joints.
New Edition.
New Edition, we still on?
Yep.
All right, so the New Edition is in the final.
Yeah.
This is Jodeci versus BBD.
I mean, why?
They made it, so we had to put them together.
Okay.
So Jodeci versus New Edition in the final. So in the final, all right, we got New Edition.
Look.
New Edition, tons of hits, longevity. Ain't nobody in New Edition beat up Mary J. Blige. All right. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there. And then on the Jodeci side, tons of hits, great stuff, but definitely one of their members beat up Mary J. Blige. So
I mean, that's so random.
I know.
I mean, if we really want to go through and do this, like, you know.
All right. So New Edition, Jodeci.
I mean, you have members of New Edition who went on to be in Belle Biv DeVoe and sang about having sex with underage girls.
Oh, snap.
Literally.
Dang,
Backstage,
you right. Yeah.
underage, adolescent. Like, in case you didn't know what underage meant.
No, like, let me spell out my pedophilia.
Thank you. Backstage, underage,
Dang,
adolescent. How you
you
doing?
right.
Hi. She replied, I like to do the wild thing.
Dang.
Action
Man.
took place. Like, this is a confession. Action took place.
Man, they straight, they rap snitches, man.
I mean, like, and we just overlooked it.
Yo, I never thought about that until somebody brought those lyrics up to me, like, say 4 or 5 years ago.
Man.
And I was like, word? Because when you're little, you're just like, it's like, ha.
First of all,
doing the
won't
dance
nobody
moves.
little.
Well,
Back it up, bro. Won't nobody little.
Well, all right. But when you were younger, you were listening to it, you was just like, oh, this the jam. And I never knew those exact lyrics. And I was like, those are the lyrics. And I played this song. I was like, oh, snap, those are the lyrics. Like,
They said underage adolescent.
yo, wow. Yeah.
How did they get away with that?
I don't know. It was the time, I guess. I mean, it was just accepted at that time, like, rock stars and rap stars or whatever.
Nope. Because I'm gonna tell you why it's not true. Because if somebody were to come out and read those lyrics and then
like
say, no, just on a talk show and say, is this okay? Is this all right? They'd be like, well, no, what they're talking about is not all right. But it's a song and we like the song. No one would be like, oh, well, this is a time where pedophilia is okay.
No. When you're in the time, you don't know you're in the time. You're just in the time. Like, we're in a time now, and we don't know, like, 30 years from now or, like, 20 years from now or whatever, somebody be like, yo, why were y'all doing that? And I'd be like, I don't know, man. It was just the time.
Why were we doing, like, give an example.
I don't know, whatever we're doing in society. Like, okay, like the huge gender wars that are going on now. You know, whenever something happens in society, you see some crazy gender war. Like, oh,
well, it's because of the Me Too movement.
I know, but what I'm saying is, like, you know, you'll just be like, well, it was the time. Anything would set off a gender war. Like anything, it could be someone would be like, I don't like Cheerios, and next thing you know, it devolved into an argument between black men and black women for something. So, and then 20 years from now, somebody be like, why y'all always fighting all the time? And it'd be like, I don't know, man, it was the time. And so,
I don't know about that.
But anyway, okay. New Edition or Jodeci. This one's the tough one for me.
Well, I have to go with New Edition, and I think for me because of the nostalgia and because, you know, you have these songs from when I was little.
Yeah.
You know, all the way into adulthood. Yeah. You know, Candy Girl.
Yeah.
You know,
you have a group that was hot for decades.
Yeah.
As opposed to a group that was hot for like 5 years. Like 4 or 5 years. The first album was 91.
Those were some strong 5 years.
Yeah,
I give them that.
Yeah.
But
it was kind of like Wu-Tang between, you know, 36 Chambers and Wu-Tang Forever. That was like a hot 5 or 6 years. But then after that, you know what I'm saying, it hasn't been so hot. So, you know, the longevity of New Edition, I think, for me, gives it to me. We agreed? Mm-hmm. All right, y'all, that's it.
Yep.
New Edition is the top 90s male R&B group. They win. That's it. We throw down the gauntlet. It's the Black Delegation. You ain't want to hear nothing else? Nah. Holler at us. We're going to holler at you. Down in them comments. Let's talk, you know what I'm saying, R&B groups, man. You know, we need some more R&B
And you know
groups.
what, guys?
And real R&B. Don't be trying to give me this like, you R&B, but you wearing, you know what I'm saying, like, you trying to be like a gang member or something, but you also in R&B. No. All right? Just real R&B. All right? Like, real,
well,
do some real R&B.
You can't say that because of what we just watched.
But
we're done with the
112 was it?
No, I'm talking about with Puffy and them bouncing around with doing
the Crip walks?
The dancing Crip walk with the
bandana.
With the I mean, what y'all doing?
It's not the same now.
It's kind of exactly what you were describing.
No, but they're clearly not gang members. You know what I'm saying? There's
yeah, but you said trying to be. Those are keywords. Okay.
Well, yeah. Well, don't be trying. But even in that,
they're using
crip walking, but they clearly don't look like.
They're
gang
using
members.
gang culture.
Good point.
Okay,
good point.
That's a whole nother issue. But no, I would love to see people like list their favorite song by each group.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So throw your favorite songs from each group down below, and of course, we will holler at you next time. To my left, I am joined by the awesome Lady Lisa. Say what's up.
Hi, y'all.
So, guys, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Holler at us. We'll holler at you. And until next time, peace.